The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach. The Island Times News Update begins right now. Here's Tom Patton.
Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The Neptune Beach City Council voted Monday night to approve a draft agreement settling its tipping fee dispute with the city of Jacksonville. Through a series of negotiations with the city, the two parties have come to an agreement that reduced the amount Jacksonville says it is owed from over $700,000 to $385,000. Mayor Harriet Pruitt said that the city of Jacksonville has also agreed to help with some other projects in Neptune Beach.
Mr. Musa also guaranteed Neptune Beach funding to do a major renovation of the lifeguard station and possibly picking up trash every Monday along the shoreline. When our city attorney and our city manager met with Mr. Musa last week and I brought that up, he was more than open to discussing it and said he thought that would be a good possibility.
Pruitt was effusive in her praise for the new administration and its willingness to work with Neptune Beach to resolve the tipping fee issue. Jacksonville District 13 Councilman Bill Gulliford agreed that, in his opinion, the Curry administration is much easier to work with than was the previous administration.
They have stepped up on renovating and repairing the pier, which you will see forthcoming very soon, and both the decking and the railing it looks like we're going to be able to do. So they're more attentive because y'all keep, and it's important that you keep the pressure on and keep the narrative about the importance of them helping the beaches. I know Mayor Pruitt reiterated the pressure that's put on the beaches because we have this countywide asset out here and that they do have additional responsibilities to take care of the beach communities.
The council unanimously approved the draft agreement with the city of Jacksonville, but it must still be approved by the larger city and may be on the agenda for the next meeting later this month. Neptune Beach postponed their selection of a trash contractor Monday night, with Mayor Harriet Pruitt asking for several changes in the parameters that had formed the basis of the bids received by the city. Pruitt said there are several stipulations she would like to have included in the contract. Among those are twice-weekly trash pickup, once-weekly recycling pickup, once-weekly scheduled bulk pickup, and yard waste collected on Monday. Pruitt also said she wanted trash carts to be provided by the hauler and that the contractor would be responsible for all tipping fees. City Manager Andy Hyatt said he would recommend rejecting the current bids and issuing a new request for proposals, with the new bids to be received in early July. There's still some division among the members of the council concerning whether residents would be required to use trash carts provided by the hauler or allowing them to use their own trash cans, or even placing a secured plastic bag containing trash on the curb.
I would like to see, and I really think that we could get, I would like to have the option, like I have said before, of having the cans, the option of the cans with the consumer. If they want the new cans, they can take them. If they want to keep what they have, they can use those. I probably think the majority of the city will go with the new cans. Eventually, probably everybody would have one of the sizes. I think all the recycled cans, the majority of the city would participate with those, but I do think the option should be left open for the homeowner to keep what they currently have.
Pruitt said the cans provided by the waste hauler would go a long way towards cleaning up the city. The council voted to reject the current bids and issue a new RFP, with council members Wiley and Kara Tucker voting against vacating the bids based on their concerns about the trash carts. City Manager Hyatt and City Attorney Patrick Kachowski said they would get the new RFP on the street quickly. The earliest that new bids could be considered by the council would be the next regular meeting on July 5th. The council did pass on first reading a change in the ordinance that limits the size of trash containers to 60 gallons. While a 32-gallon cart is available from the waste haulers, the recycling containers are 64 gallons. That meant the ordinance had to be changed to allow for the larger carts. The Jacksonville Beach City Council approved a zoning change Monday night that will allow for the display and storage of merchandise outdoors at the Home Depot store in the South Beach Regional Shopping Center. The store has regularly displayed merchandise outdoors, as have other stores in the shopping center, but the display is in violation of the planned unit development for the shopping plaza, which has been in place since 1989 and specifically prohibits the outdoor display of merchandise at any store in the shopping center. The PUD was amended in 2006 to allow the Home Depot to take over the space vacated by Kmart, but that amendment not only continued, but expanded the prohibition on outdoor storage or display of merchandise. The owner of the shopping center requested a change in the ordinance to allow the outdoor display specifically and only at Home Depot. Concerns were raised about pallets of merchandise, such as mulch, being kept outside the store. Home Depot manager Michael Edenfield said that the merchandise stored on the pallets would not fit inside the store, which is smaller than a normal Home Depot store, but the amount of product was necessary to meet the demand for seasonal items like mulch. Mayor Charlie Latham asked why the amendment to the PUD only addressed Home Depot. City Manager George Forbes said that the applicant had only requested a change for Home Depot, and it could not be extended to other stores in the shopping plaza. Latham said that he favored the change because of the importance of Home Depot to the shopping plaza. The Planning Commission had unanimously recommended that the council deny the change in the PUD because the circumstances had not changed since it was last amended in 2006. However, the city staff recommended the adoption of the amended PUD. The fire marshal has said that any approval would need to be accompanied by a site plan showing that any outdoor display would need to be in the covered area at the front of the store, and that area would be protected by a sprinkler system. Home Depot provided such a plan. The final vote on the amendment to the PUD was 5-2, with council members Janelle Wilson and Bruce Thomason voting against the zoning change. Well, when we come back, the FDOT will replace the Kings Road Bridge over Hopkins Creek as part of a major drainage project. This is the Island Times News Update.
The news you can count on. The Island Times News Update will be right back.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788. Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Neptune Beach Mayor Harriet Pruitt was set to pull the plug on the city's revocable lease with South Coast Capital and add public parking near City Hall in Neptune Beach, but the council eventually agreed to continue talking about parking with the developer. The agreement returned to the council by South Coast Capital executive Rad Lovett said he would guarantee parking for city council meetings if available, which Pruitt found to be unacceptable.
I believe that it's time to take back our revocable lease, our property, our city property, and put in our own parking. And because what's happening now is not only are the landowners having valet parking to the point you can't park unless you go through valet parking. You can't even find a parking place in Neptune Beach and Town Center now for residents to come down to the beach or go to one of these restaurants. There's no parking because they're taking over our public parking, just like on 3rd Street. Every morning you see the same people that are working in these restaurants parked there.
Pruitt says she's hearing from more and more Neptune Beach residents that they simply don't go to Town Center any longer because it's impossible to park. But other members of the council felt it would not be prudent to abandon the negotiations that have been going on for months over 2 words in the agreement. City Attorney Patrick Krachowski said that in his meeting with Lovett, who was invited to the City Council meeting but could not attend because he was out of town, the developer said he was willing to provide public parking for council meetings for nearly all meetings. But if the council were to call a special meeting on Friday or a weekend, he would not be able to guarantee parking for residents. Vice Mayor Richard Arthur said the revocable lease was the only thing that gave the city any leverage with Lovett on the parking issue.
I just think it's a better opportunity for the town center, for everyone to park down here if we continue to work together. And if we agree to, if available, realistically, if there's a council meeting and he has one of his attendants saying, okay, not tonight, then we can execute it, pull everything back, and go our own ways.
Several ideas were discussed, including giving residents the opportunity to purchase a parking pass that would give them parking privileges under certain conditions. Another suggestion was for the police department to station an officer at the entrance to the Lemon Street lot on council meeting nights, so that those going to the meetings could park in that lot, which is largely vacant on Monday nights. Police Chief Ricky Pike said he would be supportive of that idea, and Krachowski said he believed Lovett would also agree to such an arrangement. But the city attorney and city manager still have work to do in negotiating an agreement with Lovett, and as that happens, other property owners in Neptune Beach have begun to post customer-only parking signs in their lots, and there's now a fee to park in the lot at Bank of America on weekends. The Kings Road Bridge over Hopkins Creek in Neptune Beach will be replaced as part of a Department of Transportation project to improve drainage on 3rd Street. City Manager Andy Hyatt said the bridge will be lengthened and raised to allow slightly larger boats to pass underneath, and the outfall will be widened to allow more water to be carried to the Intracoastal Waterway. Hyatt said the project to widen the bridge will likely begin next year as part of the first phase of the overall drainage project.
Part of the process is to go through the creek. They'll have a piece of equipment on a rail that drives the metal in place, so they won't be interfering with people's property. There'll be a couple access points as they go through, but other than that, it should be fairly seamless, fairly quiet, from what I understand. So that's a good positive for us.
Hyatt also said that a beach renourishment project is set for this summer, with Neptune Beach being the main focus of the work. He said that a contract should be awarded on June 20th, with the work beginning in early July. The City of Atlantic Beach on Monday night will consider the waivers necessary to move forward with the Gate gas station and convenience store at 535 Atlantic Boulevard. The waivers are necessary to provide up to 30 parking spaces for the beach diner. They'll allow Gate to cover up to 78% of the lot with non-permeable surfaces and eliminate 4 tree islands called for in the site plan. The waivers were agreed to at a meeting held by the City of Atlantic Beach, in which the City Commission determined that the city staff acted appropriately in approving the plans for the gas station and convenience store. Well, Art Walk is Tuesday, June 14th in the Central Business District of Jacksonville Beach. Artists will line the streets in downtown Jacksonville Beach, and many businesses stay open late for the event. Art Walk is held the second Tuesday of each month in Jacksonville Beach, beginning at 5. Tropical storm Colin raced by to the north of our area on Monday night, bringing squally weather, gusty winds, and a lot of rain to the island, but no damage to speak of. There was one suspected tornado inland, but here at the beach, we saw some wind and rain.
The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach, forecasting your beaches. This is your local look weather.
The National Weather Service says we can expect sunny skies over the weekend and into the first part of next week. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, and lows will drop into the 70s. There's a daily slight chance of rain mixed in with the sunshine beginning Sunday. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to know about stories posted on the Island Times. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.